What is good, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another review. This is not your average sneakerhead, Tony Ramsey, and today we're taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 High 85 in the neutral gray colorway. Now, before we get into the review, if this is your first time here, thank you for watching. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel, as I do tend to keep bringing you guys more content as we continue to go forward. And giveaway details will be coming very soon. So now be a good time to join the Not Your Average Sneaker family. Also, please consider leaving this video a like, as that does help YouTube channels grow. Really appreciate you guys watching. Let's go ahead and jump into details about this sneaker. So the Air Jordan 1 Neutral Gray is set to release on February 11th, and Nike actually gave some people exclusive access to these to get them a little bit early. I was lucky enough to get exclusive access, which has actually never really happened. It's the first time I've gotten that in over a year, and was able to grab my pair a little bit early to give you guys a good look at them. And in hand, I can get you guys to know right off the bat, this sneaker is, to me, it's beautiful. Let's go ahead and jump into some details about the unboxing. So looking at the box, these come in your Jordan 1 red and black box. So not the typical black and red one, but it's just an inverse of the colors. So you have the black Nike branding on the top. There's some Nike branding all over the sides of the box as well. And the official colorway reads white and neutral gray. I got these in an 8.5, which is my true size, and they had a USD price of $200. You guys can see the label there on the camera. Then once you get inside of the box, there is a lot number at the top and a Nike sneaker in there, is a sticker in there as well. Also comes with this Jordan 23 paper inside of it. Once you get that open, and each sneaker actually comes individually wrapped. So to get that open, they both come wrapped up in some white paper as well. Another thing to look out for is inside of the box, there is also the YDM stickers. This one had two of them in there, which is kind of strange, but it does have those inside of the box as well. Now, let's take a look at the sneaker itself. This is the first time that Nike and Jordan brand has actually released the Jordan 1 in this OG colorway since 1985. So it's a sneaker that is definitely going to have a ton of hype to it once it releases. You're going to see a lot of people trying to grab these on the resale market in case they miss for them on release date. And for good reason. As I mentioned, it's the OG colorway, and if you're a collector like I am, OG colorways are always gonna get a ton of attention from me. So definitely one that if you did try to grab these, I would say just be on top of it. There's raffles already available to try to pick these up now, or just make sure that you're on the sneakers app at 10 a.m. when they drop on February 11th to take your shot at them. So start here at the toe box. So the entire sneaker is actually pretty simple, very clean colorway. It just basically white and gray are the only two colors you're seeing on the sneaker, but the leather quality on these is actually one thing that you have to keep in mind. So these do have a thicker cut of leather that may feel more stiff once you first start rocking them. I do have the high 85s in the varsity red color that dropped last year, and those took some time to break in because the leather is so stiff that it may feel uncomfortable your first couple of wears. Keep that in mind. But looking at the toe box here, you guys can see there is a white mudguard through the toe box that wraps around, and the vamp right above it is also white with the perforation holes. All white sneakers, white side panel, white eyelets, and a neutral gray swoosh. That's how the swoosh looks if you need to use this video to legit check your pairs. Swoosh is a little bit larger than typical Jordan 1 swooshes that I've been seeing lately. Then up here in the corner, there's your Air Jordan Wings logo there, and it's not embossed, it's more like it's debossed or deprinted into the leather of the sneaker. You guys see that there in the camera as well. So around the ankle collar here, you do have some more of that white leather. Then you also do have here at the top of the ankle collar more like of a neutral gray type of a suede or nubuck material. I actually think that would be suede. And looking at the medial side, same thing, gray around the ankle collar up here, white around the ankle stabilizer right there, some more little hits of neutral gray right there, big gray Nike check, white side panels, white paneling. So pretty simple colorway once you get into it. It's really not much to really talk about in terms of the colorway. Looking at the outsole, The outsole is done in neutral gray. I actually do like that touch. I'm glad that it wasn't white, as that will tend to it breaks up the white color a little bit. You probably can't see it that much differently when in the camera, maybe very faint, but that gray does make a big impression when you have them in hand in person. Looking at the tongue, you have a white Nike label on the tongue with neutral gray branding there on the tongue. They do come laced up with white shoelaces, and you do get a fair set of neutral gray laces as well. They also do come with this hang tag that I believe these came with OG Jordans as well, and this was one was included with the original varsity red one back that released in 2020. You have Jordan jumping right there on it, and there is some information on the hang tag about the construction of the sneaker and some history about the sneaker as well. And I'll put that up on the screen so you guys can see it. If you want to pause it and read what that says, there's your chance. Another interesting thing is they did not come with a shoe tree. They actually came stuffed with some paper in them. And the insole actually comes out as a pretty thick foam insole. And here's how the insole looks. So it says Jordan brand rubber right there. And I believe they kept these tags on the OG one, so they wanted to keep these as true to the OG as possible. I got my size down there, and you really can't see it, but there is some neutral gray Nike Air branding there at the very rear of the insole. And on the back of the insole, that's what that looks like as well. In case you need to see that to legit check any pairs that you're planning to pick up on the resale market. Now this white insole, typically when I have white insoles of sneakers, I either wear another insole on top of it or take them off completely because I want to keep them as clean as possible. And I'll probably do the same thing with these, although this foam insole is actually pretty thick, so it may definitely help you out with the comfort aspect of the sneaker. And one other thing to look at inside of the sneaker, these actually have a board last inside of them. So back in the day, cardboard lasts were actually used to keep the sneaker from twisting and rolling, and that is definitely in there as well. And I will point out that when you have these on feet, you can actually feel the difference from rocking these in a more modern Jordan 1. There definitely is a little bit of a comfort factor that goes into play between the two sneakers. One last detail to know about is on the inside of the sneaker, you actually have your sizing information right there printed on the side. And that's pretty much it for the details about the sneaker itself. So let's talk about sizing for the Air Jordan 1 High 85s. As I mentioned, these feel a little bit different than typical general release Jordans nowadays. So I would say keep that in mind, but I would still go true to size. In some Jordan 1s, I can even go down a half size because they do fit a bit roomy. But with these, I would definitely stick to true to size because they actually fit a little bit more narrow right around this part of the sneaker itself. So keep that in mind. But I can say that the Jordan 1 High 85, whereas it starts off, is really uncomfortable because the leather is so stiff. If you break these in and rock these, they feel so much better on foot. So I would just say go true to size, but keep in mind that off your first couple wears, they probably will not feel the most comfortable sneakers that you can rock. Now, one last thing, let's talk about the resale value for this sneaker. Now, with this being a high 85 and there being a ton of hype around the sneaker already, and it being an OG colorway, resale value on these is probably going to settle somewhere, I'm thinking around $700 or so. But I have seen a lot of stores have these available for raffle, whereas the ones that dropped last year, they were pretty limited, only to I think 23,000 pairs and only around like Chicago or something like that. So these seem like they might be a little bit more readily available, but keep in mind that this is an OG colorway, which might give it a little bit more hype than the varsity reds from last year. So if you did want to grab these, I would say keep an eye on the market, try to enter all the raffles that you can. But if you don't win on a raffle, find a price that's comfortable for you to try to grab them for. I think out the gate, the resale value of these will drop a little bit, but they will go back up over time and probably go back down to a settling point as the varsity reds did. So I think right now those are going for like around $500 or so, whereas most of 2020 they were actually going for around $700 plus. So just keep that in mind. These may have a similar trend to that, with it being an OG sneaker and being all white and so wearable. So the value of these probably will go up higher than the varsity reds does over time. That's going to do it for my review of the Air Jordan 1 in the neutral gray. Let's go ahead and get these laced up, get them on feet, and show you guys how they look. Well, that's going to do it for my review of the Air Jordan High 85 in the neutral gray colorway. Let me know what you guys think about this sneaker down in the comment section below. I know it's a pretty hype sneaker that many people probably aren't going to be able to get their hands on. But overall, if you are an OG Jordan collector, I definitely think this is one that you should have in your collection, as the colorway itself is very simple, very easy to rock, and pretty beautiful. And for me, definitely worth the cop even at 200 bucks. And would I have paid resale for this sneaker? I probably would have traded some pairs to get this one in my collection, again, because I'm a Jordan collector, so it's something I'm really interested in. Make a decision for yourself, see if that really is worth it for you. But let me know down in the comment section below, would this be one that you guys are trying to pick up? Would you pass on these? And hopefully this early look can help you make a decision one way or the other. Also, please sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys can be included in the giveaway that we're going to have coming up here in the next few days. And this has been Not Your Average Sneakerhead, Tony Ramsey, taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Neutral Gray. Again, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you guys on my next review. Peace.